OS in the list stands for Objective Story, or it can be considered Overall Story. Clicking on OS Domain, we're asked a very different kind of question that gives us 4 choices. Which best describes the scenario against which our story takes place? Now before we answer this, there's something missing on the screen, the Help View buttons. Where do they go? Sometimes because of changes you'll make in resizing a window, they'll disappear. The whole bottom half of that part of the screen is gone. So go down here to the corner, make sure your cursor turns into that little double arrow, click, and resize to make sure that you end up with all the information that helps you answer that question, not just the question itself. Once again, the Help View buttons come to our rescue. Explain, theory, usage. If we've done any storytelling about what the overall scenario of our story is, it will help us determine if it's universe, physics, mind, and psychology. But what the heck are those? Well, universe is highlighted here. Let's get a definition. It means a situation or environment. Physics means an activity or endeavor. Psychology means a manner of thinking or demeanor. And mind means a fixed attitude or outlook. We also have synonyms, the opposite of each, the dynamic pair, and a long definition. This should help you make a choice if you're a structuralist, and if you already have work in storytelling as an inspirationist, this will help you clarify which one best describes what you've already written. In addition, the Context button will give examples, short little one-line sentences, of each kind of term in use if that should be the one you choose. And finally, the Stories area gives you all of the examples that share a particular domain choice so that you can get a feel for the kinds of stories that are one or the other and say, yeah, that's the kind of story I want mine to feel like, therefore I will choose this. Now, in the story guide, you're asked to choose one item, but you can choose more than one if you're not sure. You can either do this by double-clicking, and then you can remove it, or you can just use the Add button. But if you don't know if it's mind or psychology, for example, you could click on both of those, and both choices would go here. Now notice what happens down here in the Story Forms section. If I take psychology and remove it, we have this many choices. By adding an option, we increase the number of available story forms because we haven't limited it down to one. So if we choose psychology also, we now say it could be this or this, and as a result have more options for other dramatic choices to make later. If you want to go through the story guide step by step and get as quickly as possible from concept to treatment, answer with only one item in the multiple choice. But if you want to leave your options a little bit more open, answer with as many as you feel might be the choice, even though you're not sure right now. Later on, by answering other questions, Dramatica will go through and gray out the ones that don't work with what you later decided, and leave only the options that work dramatically with what you have determined definitely you want your story to do.